Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you, my sandpipers? How are you, my seabirds? How's your health? Well, I hope you are all fine and in the best of your health. My dear kids, in the last videos, in the last classes, we learned about the air and the water, isn't it? Now, our today's topic that is about the light and shadow. The light and shadow. This is lesson number 10 of your textbook. My dear kids, as you all know that we are able to see the things only because of the light, isn't it? When the light falls on our eyes, then only we are able to see the different things. Then we are able to see this colorful world, isn't it? We are able to see the things around us only and only because of the light. We are able to see this colorful world, the things, the beautiful things around us. We are able to see our parents, we are able to see our family, we are able to see our friends only and only because of the light, isn't it? When light that falls upon our eyes, that falls on the retina of our eyes, then only we are able to see the things. Now here, let me ask you a question, that where from does we this light get? Where from does we get this light? Can any one of you answer me? Yes, very good. From the sun. Sun Sun is the main source of energy, isn't it? Sun is the main source of energy. Sun is the natural source of energy. As you all know that sun is the star. It is the huge burning ball of fire, isn't it? Sun is the huge ball of fire and it is very far away from us. Us here means earth. Got it? So sun is very far away from the earth. It is the natural source of light. It gives us light energy as well as heat energy. We are able to see the things around us only and only because of the light that we get from the sun. So sun is the ultimate natural source of energy. Sun's energy, which is known as what energy? Solar energy. What is the energy from the sun known as? Solar energy. Exactly. Solar energy that sun gives us, that is utilized for various purposes. That is utilized for charging the batteries, solar batteries. That is used for the cooking of the food. Like we have solar cookers, and solar cookers, they utilize the energy of the sun and then the food is prepared. Got it? And in so many areas, solar these batteries, they are installed and they get light from those solar batteries. Got it? So sun is the main natural source of energy. It gives us heat energy and it gives us light energy as well. And this light, when the light of the sun that falls upon our eyes, that falls upon the retina of our eyes, we are able to see the things, isn't it? When the light falls upon our eyes, we are then only able to see the things around us, isn't it? So this sun, it is the natural source of energy. It is the main source of energy. It gives us heat energy as well as light energy. The light of the sun, it makes our days brighter, isn't it? It makes our days shiny, brighter. You might have observed that on a cloudy day, when the clouds are there in the sky, they hide the light of the sun. The days are darker, isn't it? The days are darker. But the days on which the sun shines brightly, those days they are brighter. They are brighter, isn't it? So light of the sun, it makes our days brighter. Sun, as I told you, that it is the natural source of energy. Other sources of energy are also there, which are not natural but man-made, which are artificial sources of energy. And those artificial sources of energy are the bulbs, torches, candles, diyas, etc. These are all the artificial sources of energy. These are not natural sources of energy like sun, but these are which sources of energy? Artificial sources of energy. Bulbs, torches, candles, these are all which sources of energy? Artificial sources of energy. So we have two sources of energy, natural source as well as artificial. Natural source, sun is the natural source of energy, isn't it? Sun is the natural source of energy. And the artificial sources of energy are bulbs, torches, candles, diyas. These are all the artificial sources of energy. Got it? Got it? Very good. Very good. Now, my dear kids, you might have observed that when you stand in the sun, when you walk in the sun, or when you stand in the sun, a dark patch is formed on the ground. Isn't it? A black dark patch is formed on the ground. What is that? What is that? When you walk or when you stand in the sun, a black dark patch is formed on the ground. Have you noticed it ever? Yes. What is that dark patch? Exactly, that is the shadow. What is that? Shadow. And when is shadow formed? How is it formed? A shadow is formed when an object, it blocks the path of the light. When any object that comes in the path of the light, that blocks, that hinders the light, a shadow is formed. So a shadow is formed when an object that blocks the path of the light, that comes in between the path of the light, that hinders the light, a shadow is formed. So a shadow is formed when an object blocks the path of the light. When an object blocks the path of the light, a shadow is formed, isn't it? So when you stand in the sun or when you walk in the sun, at that time you are blocking the path of the light. You are coming in between the sun, light of the sun, isn't it? So you block the path of the light and your shadow is formed on the ground. And that is what that black patch is. That is your shadow on the ground. That is actually your shadow on the ground. When you walk, you block the path of the light, you hinder the path of the light, and your shadow is formed on the ground. Got it? This is how shadow is formed. Got it? Very good. So when you walk, when you stand in the sun, your body that stops the light from passing, so a shadow is formed on the ground. Your body that blocks the light from passing through, so your shadow is formed on the ground. Got it? This is how shadow is formed. In the same way, at night when the bulb is on, when there is no natural source of light, means when there is no sun, when the bulb is on, when you stand in the light from the bulb, when you stand in between the light from the bulb, what happens there? Again your shadow is formed, isn't it? Again your shadow is formed on some surface, on a wall, isn't it? Or on some surface. So a shadow is formed when the object blocks the path of the light. Got it? And my dear kids, one more thing here which you need to know is that the size of the shadow that varies at the different times of the day. You might have observed that when you go out in the morning and if you stand in the light of the sun, if you walk, what you see that your shadow is long. Your shadow is long. Your shadow is long. Because in the morning the sun rays are slanting. The sun rays are slanting. So the shadow which is formed is long. And in the afternoon, when you go out, when you stand in the sun, when you walk in afternoon, what do you observe? You observe that the shadow is short. The shadow is short. Why so? Because the sun is over the head, isn't it? At noon the sun is over the head, so the shadow which is formed is short. So at noon the shadow is short. The shadow is short. And in the evening again the sun rays are slanting, so the shadow formed is long. In the evening also what? The shadow is long. So in the morning the shadow is long. In afternoon it is short, and again at evening shadow is long. This is because in the morning and in the evening the sun rays, they are slanting, so the shadow which is formed is long, and in the afternoon the sun is over the head, so the shadow which is formed, that is short. So in the morning and evening, at evening and morning, the sun is rays are slanting and the shadow formed is long. At in the afternoon the shadow is short. Got it? Have you understood it? Have you understood it? Very good. Very nice. So, my dear kids, this was all about your this topic, light and shadow. Hope you have understood it well. Have you understood it? Have you? Very good. Very nice. This was all about this topic, light and shadow. Now, let me give you some activity to do. My dear kids, what you have to do, you will go outside in the morning and in afternoon and then in evening. You will observe your shadow. You will observe your shadow and you will write down your observation in your scrapbook. What you will do? You will observe your shadows and you will write down your observation in your scrapbook. Got it? This is one of your activity which you need to do. And besides this, there are activities given on your syllabus for unit 3rd and T2. There are activities given on your this syllabus which you have got from the school, given for unit 3rd and T2, isn't it? What you have to do, you have to perform those activities. You have to do those activities. Got it? Then inshallah, when we will meet, you will have to submit those your observations, your scrapbooks and your assignments. Got it? So this was all about your this light and shadow. Hope you have understood it well. You will go through these 3 lessons thoroughly. You will study, you will do reading of these 3 lessons, air, water, light and shadow, from your textbook. You will do the reading, you will understand them, you will do revisions, you will understand them well. This was all for your this syllabus for unit 3rd and T2. With this I take your leave. See you again inshallah. Till then, take good care of yourselves. Fi amanillah.